Right now, we're wrapping up our Columbus journey, and we're heading to Miami, Florida. What's going on, everybody? My name is Champ Smith. Welcome back to another edition of the NCD1. And today we have a visit to the University of Miami. I've been to Miami probably around 5 times, and today I'm going to see, evaluate the coaches again, see what the players looking like, because I like to measure myself up, see if I'm better, or I think to see if I'm better than them, and just get another feel for Miami in general. Probably see the dorms, like coaches supposed to run the dorms, and me and my dad, we might drive around the campus today, so we'll see.
As you're going on these visits and stuff, what are you trying to get out of the visits to see if the school is a school that you're gonna take an official visit to, and see if the school is a fit for you to ultimately commit and sign with? What is that process?
Just getting a feel for the coaches and a feel for the area in general. We just were at Columbus and getting a feel for that area, and now getting a feel for Miami. See how I enjoy the area, because I'm gonna have to stay here for 3 to 4 years. So just getting a feel for that, feel for the campus, and feel for some of the players, because some locker rooms. Well, I've heard that some locker rooms are toxic, so I don't want to be a part of that type of culture of a program. So actually, the culture of the program, I'd say, and just how I enjoy the coaches.
There's a 6.
I think it's a projector from down there. How do you think they are?
So it's been quite a day. It's been a long day. Woke up early this morning. Well, we landed last night, at midnight. Went to the hotel in Fort Lauderdale. Woke up, got a little breakfast, then got on the road to head to the University of Miami. After spending 2 days in Columbus, Ohio, at Ohio State, and so we just wrapped up. Visit to University of Miami. So, Champ, kind of talk about your experience there, and spending time with Coach Mirabal and Cristobal.
The experience I had, it was pretty good. I enjoyed watching practice, watching Coach Cristobal and Mirabal, but mostly Coach Cristobal interact with the O-line, because head coaches, they aren't really like that interactive with O-line. They let the O-line coaches deal with that. So just seeing that him and be interactive, down there coaching them, it's pretty cool. And I like the way that both their coaching styles, they gonna get on you, but it's not degrading, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
not demeaning.
Yes, sir. So I enjoyed that. And then the practice structure is real physical. I can see myself getting in that practice, practice structure, and flourishing, because it's just hard work. You got to get in there and grind. The way their techniques they use, you can see the way they practice. It shows up on game field.
That's a great point you're making, because I was just thinking to myself while you was over there sleeping, snoring, about what we just saw. And we saw this, when they offered you, when we went to over to watch them 2 years ago in spring practice. It's kind of like 2 years to the date, watching them, and they have a structure and a strategy, for development in just unbelievable detail, to everything that they do on the offensive line. Coach Mirabal, he just eats, breathes, and sleeps offensive line technique and the detail and the why, of what they do, why they do it and how they do it. And, those are kind of his little, 3 traits to, if you want to come in and play early, you need to know what to do, how to do it, and why we do it. And if you can understand that, then you position yourself, to contribute to the team. But like today, it was 2 things that we discussed when we sat down in the meeting. One was the, trying to counter the hands of defensive linemen. If they try to, rip you or, club or, hand over, you're gonna, rip them right back. And, just continue to give effort, through the play on pass plays and running, trying to shield off the, the defensive lineman. And then a defensive lineman jump, you're trying to push them and knock them down. And so they train and practice that type of stuff, which you don't really see, offensive line coaches, teaching that. It's just those little small details of development that can, put, programs over the top, because they're paying attention to, how to win games and how to develop guys, beyond what they came in at. You don't want a guy to be, kind of stagnant in his development. So they have a true plan for development. What do you think about that, Champ?